That is better than most. Better than most.
Welcome to College Tour X Powerhouse Program Spotlight. I am Jason Nall, and I will be joined shortly by the Dalton State University women's head golf coach, Jim McGrew. We are looking forward to highlighting these great programs around the country and the great sport that is college golf, and we have a powerhouse program, no doubt, to start the show off with. Jim, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here with y'all, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and appreciate what you do for golf and allowing junior golfers to play, and now with what you're starting with the college players. So just appreciate being here this morning.
Oh, most certainly, most certainly. And I've had the chance to get to know you through our junior golf circuit and our partner tour, which is Southern States Junior Classics. And we're happy to have a couple of our players that are on your team. So that's cool, man. That's cool. How's it going this year?
It's going good. I mean, obviously, a lot of uncertainty coming into this year. The way last year ended, and we didn't get to finish the season. We were a little apprehensive, but it's gone great. We've played a full schedule. We played 4 events this fall, and it went well. We went up to Indiana and played who I feel like is the best team in NAI level, played them, and then we went down and had an opportunity to go down to Tampa and play Innisbrook and play the Copperhead course, PGA event course, and got to do that. And then we're fortunate enough to play in Lee, let us in their tournament, D2 tournament. I played there, had a chance to win, didn't get it done the last day, and then finished up at Chateau Lawn, another quality course. So it was great. It was great to get 4 events in and got 2 wins in, and currently ranked number 3 in the country. So it's been a good fall, and just glad our kids got to play.
Definitely. So I took some time to look back over your results this fall, and just crazy impressive considering you've got 5 freshmen, 2 sophomore, and only 1 senior, right?
Yes, sir. We were blessed. We had a senior that didn't get to finish the year last year in Isabel Rios that got to come back. So great to have that stabilizing force there. And then the 2 juniors that we have. But then again, with the way things happened last year and everybody getting their eligibility back, it kind of created that situation where you do have, like you said, the 4 or 5 freshmen on the team that you normally not going to have. So it's created a different environment. But yes, its future is bright, knowing that we're able to do that as young as we still are.
Definitely, definitely. So let's talk about the last tournament of the fall, which you just finished up, the AAC Fall Championship, a 20-stroke win down at Chateau Lawn, which we all know is a tough track and kind of quirky. 4 of your road runners in the top 5, led by medalist Maylee Buzzell. Tell me a little bit about that tournament, how you were able to really get such a consistently good effort out of the entire team.
Yes, it was a great way to kind of finish up our schedule here in the fall. And, Maylee winning the tournament, her first collegiate win, and as a freshman has just played so well. I mean, it shows the depth of our program. She didn't qualify for the first tournament, but then in the last 3, she finished second and then finished top 5 and then won the tournament, played well. And again, we feel like we have top to bottom. We have, 7 players that have a chance to be considered as possible All-Americans, and that's what we've been fortunate to do, is bring the depth in. But we played well the first day. Second day, not quite as well. But again, the consistency and having all of them there in the top 5, obviously, it bodes well for your team.
Definitely. So let's talk about how you started this program. So you were the first head coach or the first women's golf coach in Dalton State history, 2013. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to read you some stats from the first 7 full years of the program. There were lots of stats. I had to cut it down. It's just incredible to me. 2013, the program started. We've had 3 Southern States Athletic Conference championships, 22 team wins, 3 top 5 national finishes, a runner-up national finish in 2015, and 18 individual All-Americans. What do you contribute to success so early, to building this kind of program from scratch? How have you been so successful?
Well, we're fortunate. We got a little lucky at the start with what we did. But to start with, the key is getting people here to Dalton. I think once we got people here and they see our facilities, that's where it begins. Our facilities are second to none at any level. We have the farm, the country club, and Knob North. We have 3 great facilities that treat us as well as we could ever hope to be treated. So if you want to get better and you're a golfer and you want to find a way to improve your game, then we have the facilities for you to do that. So that's to start with. And Dalton is just an extraordinary community. They rally behind what they consider to be their own, kind of the Dalton way of doing things. And so that helps. We have this great community feel and support that lets parents and people feel comfortable as far as that goes. And we have great administration starting at the top with our president on down through our athletic director that allows us to do it right. I mean, it's not just let's go have a program, but if we're going to do it, let's not just be good, but let's be the best in the country. And that's been our mantra. And I wouldn't have taken the job if it hadn't been offered that way, that, hey, we're not just wanting to have a program, we're wanting to have the best program in the country. So that helps. So when we got started, when we went looking for people, we were fortunate to sign a couple of really good freshmen to start with. One, Caroline Griffin, ended up being a 4-time All-American, 4-time academic All-American. And that was from my high school connection. And then we got fortunate and landed 2 JUCO All-Americans from Seminole State. So we were able to start off right off the bat with kind of a mix, and didn't have to start with freshmen. And, to start with hard because we didn't exist and people didn't know who we were. Fought that negative out there, that thing that says if you're a new program, you're not going to have success. So we fought that, but we're fortunate to get those girls in here. We finished second in the nation that first year, and Julia won a national title. And after that, it became easy. Once you win and be successful, people want to be a part of the winner. I know you said 22 wins. It's 24 wins now.
24. I guess I left out the fall.
That's right. The thing that I'm the most happy with is the consistency. The lowest we have ever been ranked ever in the country is number 13. And ever since that first year in 2015, we've never been outside the top 10. So that's 6 years in a row that we have maintained a top 10 ranking, which is the part that really, really makes you happy. And again, people want to be a part of the winner, and it's just a special deal. And, Ben Rickett, our men's coach, really helps. And just everything that works together, it's not just one piece, but the whole piece makes it a pretty special place.
I would definitely agree that it's a special place. I mean, the facilities that the Roadrunners are able to take advantage of are just second to none. And then the winning tradition is quickly been cemented. Just an excellent job starting a program. I think you could probably write a book about starting a program on what you've done there at Dalton State. What do you think the ceiling for this team, this 2020-2021 team is?
Our goal every year is the same. It never changes. It hasn't changed from day one, and it's to win every time we show up, and it's to have a team that can go compete for the conference and compete for the national championship. We feel like every year we're one of those 5-6 teams that has a chance to win, and that's the goal. And I'm not saying that that's the only thing, but that's the goal as our program is to produce All-Americans, also academic All-Americans. We have 18 All-Americans, but we have 17 academic All-Americans in that time as well. So the ceiling is the same it always is. We feel like we have the players capable to win a national championship. It doesn't mean you're going to, but when you show up at those events that you're one of those teams that has a chance to win it.
Well, that's definitely pretty cool. I think the goals are, from just looking at the results this year, I think you can't have goals high enough for this team. Certainly excited to see how the spring plays out. A little bit about your history. You grew up in Texas, and you went to the University of Arkansas. Is that right?
Yes, sir, I did. I grew up in Texas and then went to school at the University of Arkansas. We had some land out there that parents retired to, went to school. And then I taught 4 years there when I got out from the University of Arkansas, and then I came to Georgia. I was a high school teacher for the next 25 years at Northwest Whitfield, coached football, track. Kind of got started in the golf program when my son wanted to play, and coached golf there the last 10 years. Was fortunate to have success at Northwest, and then retired from that and now do this.
Well, I did not know until I was preparing to talk with you today that you were a Razorback. I also am a Razorback, a 1995 grad. So go Hogs.
That's it. Woo pig suey. That's good to know.
Woo pig.
It's nice this year to have something to kind of get excited about. Coach Pittman's doing a great job, and it's fun to say you're a Razorback fan again.
Definitely. I would say, that was a shot in the arm we needed. It's so hard to get off the bottom of that SEC West, but Coach Pittman has them believing and has them playing.
Yes, sir. Yes, again, it's exciting.
Right, definitely. The recruiting atmosphere. I know the tournament atmosphere has been a little hit or miss with the pandemic. The spring was pretty much wiped out. You were able to pick up a full fall schedule and get in 4 great events, so that's wonderful. But how has COVID and maybe the restrictions on other levels of collegiate athletics affected your recruiting process there at Dalton State?
Well, it's obviously different. Nobody kind of knows what the future is, all across the board at every level. The financial thing, and people don't know what's available, how things are going to happen. Players getting extra years has kind of created a load up of people where instead of people moving on, now they're there and they have extra years. So that's changed the format. The rest of it I like because NCAA basically shut them down. NEI haven't. So I've been able to go to tournaments, and most of the time I'm the only one there. So I kind of like this format and the way things are. But
that's what I was kind of getting at. I've seen you around. I haven't seen some other people I was used to seeing around.
Oh, yeah. And that's the way I like to do things. Maybe it's my background as a football coach or whatever before I got into golf. But I like being there. I like going and watching the people play and learning out, kind of who they are and their families and meeting people. And, you learn so much on a computer, but it doesn't tell you what kind of person they are. And is it somebody you want to spend the next 4 years and they become a part of your family? I mean, going to weddings after they graduate and so I don't think you can find that from a computer. So I like to get out there and I like to go watch events like yours. And so I've been able to still get out there. I've been to Indiana to watch their state championship, been to Texas, been able to kind of travel around and get to do that and kind of find out the same thing everywhere that, one of the few that are still out there getting to see those players. So it's been fun. I know it's created a stressful situation for recruits. I've seen a little bit more panic than what you normally see. The 21 class, you really feel bad for them because there's just so much uncertainty, and a lot of good players are kind of wondering what's going to happen and pushing back into 22 where people just want to know. So it's definitely changed the climate. Obviously, still a situation in golf where you're signing 1 or 2 players every year. So it's not like even though there's 6 or 7 good ones out there that you could get, you still can't go get them because you're in that same situation. And we believe in staying small so that all our players get a chance to play. And so like I said, there's a lot of good ones out there, and I hate it for the families and for the players because it has created a lot of uncertainty is what I've seen from being out there.
Yeah, definitely. With our new venture with College Tour X, providing a 10 tournament schedule around the collegiate events and around and tying in with the traditional class breaks, do you see a benefit for your collegiate players to play in individual events outside of their team season?
Oh, absolutely. The number one goal that you're trying to get most kids to understand they have to get better at is learn how to score, learn how to compete, learn how to score, learn how to fight through the tough situations. And you don't get that sitting on the couch or at the driving range. I mean, you get better by competing. That's kind of always been our philosophy. And you get better competing against better people. We play as tough a schedule as we can play, up above from what's supposed to be our level. But so I think, again, anytime those players can go compete in events, it's just going to make them better. And I think especially the way things are now with a lot of programs not even playing or stepping on the golf course, it's definitely a good thing. And obviously I will encourage our players because, again, I think that's the only way you get better is to get out there and play and compete. So I appreciate what you're doing, and I think it's a great opportunity and hope everybody takes advantage of it.
Excellent. So close us out here, Coach. We're with the head road runner, Jim McGrew today. Jim, how can people keep up with the road runner success this spring as you push to try to compete for a conference and a national championship? What's the best way to follow your team?
We have several websites. There's the Dalton State Athletic website, DS Roadrunners. There's also, we have social media with Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, where you can look up Dalton State Golf and follow us there. You know, it's really kind of funny how all the formats work. You have Facebook more so for like your donors and adults that follow, and then you have the Instagram account, which is most of the recruits follow, and that's been a huge bonus for us. So it's pretty easy nowadays to keep up with things, and you know, maybe sometimes too much information, but it's definitely out there, and you can definitely follow along. You can go to GolfStat and look up, you know, NAI rankings, and you can see Dalton State right there at number 3 in the country. So there's several ways that you can follow and kind of keep up with us. And if you're interested in our program, definitely reach out to me. And I love to talk to people and go watch people play golf.
Excellent. Well, we really appreciate Coach Jim McGrew for joining us today on our first issue of CTX College Golf Powerhouses. Jim, best of luck this season. Enjoy the time during the holidays with your family, and we will see you again soon.
All right. Thank you. And beep, beep. Go Roadrunners.
Beep, beep, he says. I agree. Beep, beep. That's going to wrap up our show today. We are pleased to offer this insight into the strongest college golf programs in the country every week. Next week, we will feature Lee University and Coach Maupin from Lee University. So be sure to tune back in next week. For signing off for now, for College Tour X, I'm Jason Nall.